So yep, 3 weeks ago, I up and decided that I wanted to compete again and that I was going to challenge myself to make this my most sustainable cosplay yet. This is me getting ready for the competition, so don't mind if my mouth moves. This is all going to be a voiceover. I just wanted to take some time to explain how I made this cosplay so sustainable. It's actually made from about 80% recycled materials. This includes multiple curtains, an old dress, and even some dirt from outside, which I'll actually show a clip of. You're probably like, why would I do that? But I used it for the shoes, which are actually my favorite part of the cosplay. I got the shoes from the thrift store and decided to cover them in sand and rocks and shells. These shells I actually collected as a child from Florida. For the most part, the jewelry is secondhand as well. I used old clasps of bracelets and pearls from my grandmother to do some of the beading work. Oh, and the glasses. While I did buy the glasses, I bought 2 separate pairs, a green and a yellow, and I popped out the lenses, so I have a second pair which I sent to my friend, so you know, no waste. So once I finished getting ready, I hopped in the car because the con was actually a 3-minute drive away. This was super awkward because I don't usually drive in cosplay, so yeah, interesting, but you know, we made it there pretty safely. And once we got there, we were pretty impressed with the size of the convention center, but it ended up being in only one room. Oh yeah, we're at Immersecon, by the way. This is a first-year con, and you never really know how the competition's gonna go at a first-year con. And the instructions they gave us to where the competition was being held was super confusing until we just saw the stage. And I was like, oh, this is a cute little stage. So I sat down and I started to get myself together so I could go in for judging. After judging, you know, we had to head to the artist alley, which was actually really freaking good. Oh, and here's my sister. She's being a hater, hitting the camera, but we found some cool stuff. I saw some really cool Bleach merch. I'm not a huge fan of this ship, but I love the art, so I had to get it. And of course, I had to get some Stein art because I haven't seen some in a while. And you know, I also cosplay Stein. Oh, and then we were to artist alley. So we went to this one place, right? And I really wasn't expecting it to be this good, but my sister's obsessed with Rolakama, like obsessed. And the lady was like, oh, you like Rolakama? And then she started stacking all of these bears, just like so many. It was never ending of all the Rolakama. And my sister was like, oh my God, I'm about to spend all of my freaking money. And guess what? She did. She bought hella Rolakama. And around that time, it was time to head back over for the competition. I hopped in line with the other contestants and it was pretty cool. I was actually shocked because like half the people in the contest were masters, which almost never happens, but they were really cool. I had fun talking to them. And then it was my turn to go on stage so you can see the full fit. Yes, I made her little bucket prop, which is actually a beach bucket from the dollar store and some apple cider like containers that I had left over from drinking apple cider. But I thought it looked really cute and was pretty hyped. And it ended up being super lit because I got Best in Show. It's been a hot minute since I've won Best in Show, so I was super hyped and the trophy was really cool. So I was super happy about winning. And the judges were really impressed with my use of recycled materials, but also they said my shorts were perfect. And I'm so happy that people really are like validating my sewing because I be having hella imposter syndrome. Also, they loved my wig because I do be making wigs from scratch. And if y'all want a video on that, just let me know. And also, here's a video of all the winners. They all were actually really good. I was super impressed with how clean a lot of people's sewing were, and it was just all good vibes. And I even got a congratulatory like little fist bump from this really amazing armor builder who made his armor out of metal, like insane. Then I hung out with my friends at HanaCon table, which is another small con coming up. Oh, and this reminds me. So you see this bracelet here, not the gold one, but the blue one. This girl came up to me after the contest like, I love Identity 5, I really love your cosplay, and here's a bracelet. I was so touched. I decided I'm gonna keep that as a part of the cosplay permanently because it matches. So after that, we had to do our celebratory meal, which was to go get boba and ramen, but I actually got like katsudon or something like that, and it was so tasty. The boba was so good and it was very satisfying. We also did stop by Michael's, and I'm literally crazy and bought more stuff for cosplay because I literally can't stop myself. Being out in public in cosplay was crazy because so many people came up to me to tell me I look so cute and they wish they could dress like me and they loved my style. So needless to say, they did not know I was in cosplay. But besides all of that, we did stop by on Sunday briefly to look at the secondhand cosplay market. My friend does run this market where you can sell your old cosplays and fabrics, which I found out that weekend. It was super cool to see the stuff that people had. There was some previously store-bought stuff, but also some handmade stuff, which was super fun to see, and I recommend everyone support. This video has really talked about how I personally try to make my cosplay sustainable, and I'm really happy that there's other people in this community that are making waves and trying to make this hobby a little bit more eco-friendly. So whenever you can, please buy stuff secondhand or just, trade with your friends.